AEW talent is leaving the company. There is more CM Punk drama following comments by Mark Henry. And WWE are said to be very happy with a Raw superstar's progress. More on that in this video. Hello everyone, Jack and Adam back again. If you missed our earlier video, do check out all the other wrestling news of today. But now we're talking about an AEW talent leaving the company, Adam. It's a big loss to the company.
Oh, whoa.
What it is?
Vicky Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero is off. She's been there since 2019, December 2019. She did the stuff with Nyla Rose, obviously, Andrade, Marina Shafir, to varying levels of success, it has to be said. But according to Fightful Select, Righteous Reg, I reckon that's Reg, yeah. It was reported by him that Vicky Guerrero was set to finish up her run, and then Sean Ross Sapp followed up and said that they've agreed to not renew her AEW contract, which is set to expire in July 2023.
Now, I made a bit of a snide comment there, but one thing that Vicky has done, which is, it was out of order, I do apologise for that, but one thing that Vicky has done that has been very valuable to AEW has been her work on AEW Heels, the fan community for women who love wrestling set up by the promotion. So fair play to Vicky for that. On screen, some of the names you mentioned that she'd managed there, Nyla Rose, Andrade, I think, as well.
For a brief period, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, maybe with Andrade, because he can speak English, but he's not the most fluent, I suppose. But Nyla Rose never needed a manager, I don't think. Nyla Rose can talk excellently anyway. I think Vicky's promo abilities had started to dip, or she just wasn't being scripted as tightly, and maybe she needed to, because I remember some were quite unintelligible. Yeah. And I remember thinking, I wish we had the old Vicky Guerrero back.
Yeah, agreed.
It sounds harsh, but...
No. I think it's a really fair comment. And unfortunately, this is probably going to be her last full-time gig for a major promotion, isn't it? Like, we might see her pop up on an anniversary Raw show or something, shout excuse me, and do something silly. But I think this is probably... It's reasonable to suspect that this would be her last run. Right. Proper... I say full time, but she's not on telly all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I think she'll be fine once she's Vicky Guerrero.
She's grand. Like, she'll make a killing at autograph signings and all that sort of stuff. Good for her. I really like Vicky. I think, like, of the modern era, there aren't many people who are still able to generate heat with such ease. Oh, yeah, like, she's so good at what she does. Yeah. But yeah, good luck to her, whatever she does next.
Yes. An indie star has also been offered an AEW contract, according to Fightful Select. They've offered a deal too. I'm going to try my best. And this is a wrestler who has wrestled on Dark and stuff as well. So I have heard the name. I just can't remember how it's pronounced. I'm going to go for Ashley Damboise. I think Damboise. Damboise.
Not a clue.
Damboise.
And the worst thing is, I've seen her wrestle as well.
Damboise sounds... Oh, no, Damboise. Oh, God knows. Sources within the promotion think that she will sign on the dotted line within the next couple of weeks. So she's been offered an indie contract, but hasn't actually signed it yet. It's unknown if she was offered a full-time or a tiered deal, because AEW have got the whole... Yeah.
So you might have seen her on some of the YouTube shows. She was competing between April 2021, October 2022. She had matches, losing efforts against Ruby Soho, Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, and so on. I do remember, I've seen a few of the matches. I don't watch the YouTube shows every week, but I remember thinking, she's pretty good. Not good enough to learn how to pronounce her name, obviously.
But yeah, she's we've seen the likes of, like, as you mentioned there, Willow Nightingale come up from the indie scene and then have appearances on Dark or Dark Elevation and then catch fire from there. And Willow Nightingale, at the minute, actually, I think her momentum maybe has stalled slightly. That's not her own fault. That's more the booking and the fact that no one's been built up enough to beat Jade Cargill for the TBS title. But we have seen people come from the sort of the path that Ashley is currently walking on here and making it to the main roster. So hopefully things go well for her.
Good luck.
And Sky Blue as well, she's doing well as well. She's becoming like a regular feature too. Also, we're sticking with AEW, but now it's time for the juicy drama, because it's to do with CM Punk, and man, the longer this drags on, the more sad I become, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Some of the stuff that's happened here is actually interesting, but it is becoming tiresome. I agree. It's worth talking about. Mark Henry, right?
Yes, sorry.
Always worth talking about.
Mark Henry appeared on Busted Open Radio and said about the CM Punk situation, if I was in charge of AEW, I would bring CM Punk back, and I would bring him back with him saying to the wrestling world, not an apology, but just stating the facts. Grown men will disagree, and things will be said that probably shouldn't have been, right? That's Mark Henry's opinion, fair enough, but every little thing that gets... I went American now, so every little thing that gets said about this CM Punk Young Bucks brawl-out situation situation becomes the most tiresome, all-encompassing internet discourse. And even this quote from Mark Henry was being misshared and
It's Mark Henry. It's always the old school lads who are backing up Punk, I've noticed.
Me as well, yeah.
All the vets.
Yeah, but no, I know what you mean. It is. And contrary to that, well, Jungle Boy liked a tweet that said, bro assaulted, bro being CM Punk. CM Punk assaulted people, not the same as a disagreement in terms of brawl out. Yeah. Jungle Boys liked that. That was just from like a fan account. Jungle Boys liked it. And that seems to imply that there maybe is a split between the old school, Mark Henry, myself, and the new school, Jungle Boy, Adam Pacitti.
I'm not on anybody's side.
Oh, right, sorry.
I'm not fussed. Then on Instagram, CM Punk responded to a fan. So there was a quote. It was like one of those quotes where people like take what Mark Henry said and they put a nice picture of Mark Henry and it says like quotedaddy.com or something like that at the bottom with all italics and it looks fancy. And then CM Punk responded to a fan who said, "Keep CM Punk retired."
No, the fan said, "Keep CM Punk retired."
Yeah, the fans also.
Right, yeah.
So Jorge95 said that, and then CM Punk responded, "You liked your own comment, bold. I'll wrestle again just to upset you. You'll watch no matter where." And then a wave thing, just saying hello.
This is the bit that made me sad because CM Punk tweets like nerds on the internet.
Yeah.
Or tweets posts on Instagram. It was the bit where he put, "You liked your own comment, full stop, bold." It's like he's got fine speech. I'm like, oh no. Good luck, kid. Yeah, I hate it so much.
Stick to live journal, Punk.
Oh, he did used to back in the day. This isn't news then that CM Punk writes like this, of course.
Yeah, CM Punk's an edgy MySpace live journal.
The one
weirdo.
gets shared sometimes where he has a go at Teddy Hart.
Yeah.
The one gets shared sometimes where him and Kofi got stopped by police.
Yeah.
And he talks about how Kofi was really naive in that situation, but cool CM Punk knew how to deal with the police. I'm like, oh no.
Mood, feeling anxious.
No, cool this guy. Is one of my favourite wrestlers ever, and I'm so sad.
No, he's cool, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's really cool.
Yeah, if he came back, I'd still watch it. He's right. I would still watch whatever he did, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, wherever he turns up. It's interesting. Like, people are still talking about it. For an obvious reason, and CM Punk's a massive draw. He might just be a bellend, though. Who knows?
There's all these stories as well that are floating around about, I think we talked about it yesterday, maybe on the news, about Kenny Omega possibly signing with WWE and all this sort of stuff. If the Young Bucks have driven away Cody, I'm really trying to put spin on this. They've driven away Cody.
Yeah, keep it up, Cody, good for business.
Kenny, and CM Punk. What does it say about the Young Bucks? They super kicked you.
They did.
They're not easy to work with. You were the general manager.
You were
the GM at the time.
I wasn't running a tight ship, was I?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Also, you were too tall for them.
I wanted to sell their own merch.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were too tall for them to super kick. They had to really try hard.
I just couldn't like
They're
that.
used
It's
to
the worst thing. I can't watch it back.
It wasn't your
Tragic.
fault. They're used to super kicking vanilla midgets on the indie scene. And finally, WWE are said to be very happy with a certain Raw superstar. That is Austin Theory. According to reports, Theory is planned for a WrestleMania US title match against John Cena. And a new report from WrestlingNews.co has given more information about the subject, mentioning that as of December, he was originally planned for a match against Logan Paul, but now sources have told WrestlingNews.co that Cena absolutely believes that Theory has everything it takes to become a main eventer and is coming in to help put Theory over.
Spoiler.
That's huge, that, if it's true. Well,
yeah. No, for sure.
Help put him over.
You're right. It doesn't mean he's gonna lay down. He probably will, but
if they'd said he's coming in to put Theory over, that would be a huge spoiler. But to help put him over could be a loss. It could be just that he beats him, but then Theory gets his heat back afterwards. It could be anything like that.
Being seen in the ring with John Cena is being put over, isn't it, really?
That's true,
Let's face it. I'm surprised, really, that they didn't go with Cena versus Logan Paul, because, to lapsed viewers, casual fans, people who are interested in celebrity as a concept, that's a big match. John Cena, he's a meme. Logan Paul, he's a YouTuber. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like they're two names that everybody knows.
We've just seen his brother box Tommy Fury off of the Love Island, and that.
You watched it in the pub, right?
Yeah, it was full of grown men like myself pretending not to care, and then when they announced that Tommy Fury had won, the pub went, yeah! So long after, one lad I was talking to specifically was saying, like, I don't really care, mate, I hate both of them, and then Tommy Fury won, and everyone was like, yeah. So it's just, wrestling can do the same. And even if people say, oh, I hate Logan Paul, we'll tune in to watch what he does next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him as a person. I don't know him as a person either, but I'm entertained by him, and really, that's all that matters. Also, the WWE management, the sentiment shared there, they're said to be very happy with the progress that Theory's made, and they're looking at him as somebody who can carry the company over the next decade or so.
Well, I think we certainly knew that when Vince McMahon was still in charge.
The next John Cena, right?
Yeah, but then when Triple H became the head of creative, I think maybe that wavered slightly, or our perception of that wavered slightly, but now it seems to be fully confirmed that, yeah, they see Austin Theory as someone who can lead them forwards. Fair enough. Thank you very much for watching. And you know what? Fair enough. Thank you very much for watching this news video. Do, as I mentioned, check out our earlier news video today on this channel as well, and stay tuned for more wrestling news throughout the week. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack. This has been Adam, and we'll see you very soon.